What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with our last regular rebuild of 2K24. At this point, we've done all 30 teams after this one. So today, to end off this series, we're going to be doing a Chicago Bulls rebuild in 2K24. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me about 60% of the people that watch the videos aren't actually subscribed, so you do fall into that 60%. And want to join in on here as we're on the road to 50,000 subs, that'd be greatly appreciated. Quick plugs real quick, down a link in the description below. Hoops Crush episode 3 is dropping today, so the link to that channel is down in the description below over on Blazers Upright podcast, and episode 3 will also be in the description below if you want to go check out the basketball podcast I have once a week over there, featured on Blazers Upright's channel, their second one anyway. And then also I have a football podcast with a few of my friends. If you're interested in football, link to that channel is down in the description below as well. Other than that, with that all being said, as I told you guys, we're ending off our last regular rebuild here with the Chicago Bulls. And funny enough, I actually did this video a while ago. It never dropped on YouTube though, because the trades I did in that video, because the Damian Lillard trade happened that day, I had to scrap the video. And it's funny because the Damian Lillard trade happened like 20 minutes before this video was about to go live. I had it scheduled, and then I saw, some of the pieces that were moved in that Dame trade. I was like, I can't upload that to YouTube. It wouldn't make any sense. So I didn't intend on ending off with the Chicago Bulls, but here we are nonetheless. So we get to do it again. I don't even remember what I did in that video. It was I don't know, weeks ago now. So fresh little restart here. But as we know, the Chicago Bulls, whether you agree with it or not, the Bulls might be better off just blowing this thing up and retooling, rebuilding. Ever since Lonzo has gone down, obviously this team has not been the same. Obviously we'll put an injury on him here in a second. I do have 2K use roster injuries, but I guess that doesn't register. I have no idea. But yeah, we are going to move Lonzo Ball to an injured spot. But other than that, this is what the rotation would look like outside of Lonzo. Well, actually, let's put that on because it kind of ruins things. So we're going to put an injury on Lonzo Ball real quick, and then we'll look at the rotation again. So right now, your rotation could look something like this with Ayo Dosunmu, Caruso, LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic, which would leave Patrick Williams off the bench. And I know that's definitely a lineup they could run with, but I honestly want to start LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Patrick Williams. So I'm going to move DeMar DeRozan to the small forward, and he actually goes up to an 88 overall. LaVine does go down, but that's all right. So that's going to put Patrick Williams in the starting 5, and then we also can move Caruso to point guard, and he'll go up 1 overall. So that's what we're going to run with here. This is a rotation I think makes a little bit more sense in my personal opinion, but I could see them running the rotation that 2K suggested as well. But Caruso, LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic, Drummond, Kobe White, Torrey Craig, and Javon Carter as your rotation, which leaves Ayo Dosunmu there once injuries happen. You got Dalen Terry down here, and then Julian Phillips, and of course Lonzo being hurt. And I assume he'll play basketball again maybe next year. There's definitely that possibility. I think he intends to. I'm going to move Dalen Terry down to the G League. I think that makes a lot more sense to do that with him. And then other than that, I don't think there's anything else we want to do here. I actually just kind of want to see how this team's going to do. I mean, preferably if I had my way of doing things, I would just blow this team up. But I'm going to let 2K decide. If we do good in the simulation, then I'll try to make it work. But if we're really bad at the trade deadline, then maybe it's just time to blow it up, man. It might be time. But we're going to mess with shot tendencies as well here. We're going to move LaVine and DeMar up to 90s. And then I want Patrick Williams to maybe take a jump this year, which is why we're starting him. We're going to push him up just a little bit. I mean, that might be more than a little bit, but still, we're going to push him up. Caruso can shoot a little bit more, maybe like a 50. Something along the lines of that. And then Drummond, of course, always like having him. He seems like a cheat code off the bench in 2K. But I will see you guys either at the end of year 1 or at the trade deadline. Consider if you see me at the end of year 1, that means things went well. But if I need to blow it up at the trade deadline, I obviously won't hesitate to do so. I'm going to let 2K decide. I don't have any decision going into this. Let's just see how we do in year 1. Power King Leonard's at 13, so maybe they're pretty optimistic about how we do. We'll see. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. Let me show you how it works. Basically, it's just you against the numbers. You don't have to play anybody else. Literally you against projections. That's all it is. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine. Obviously, NFL going on right now, but we're waiting on the NBA. And right now, they may not have, obviously NBA regular season stuff, but they do have NBA season-long stuff. So if you want to go ahead and start to look at, points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, you can go over or under on the projected number that it gives you. So we can choose between 2 to 6 players, 6 players up to 25 times your money, 3 times for 2 players. So let's say I think Devin Booker is going to average more than 27 this season. I would go more on that projection. Let's say I think Rozier is going to average under. I can go less on that projection. It's that simple. It's you against the numbers. That's all it is. No It's not complicated at all. It's a lot of fun. It enhances your gaming viewing experience. Prize Picks is something I use a lot. It's a lot of fun. So if you want to go ahead and download Prize Picks, my code is down in the description below. Use that link. Use code Crushables when you first sign up. If you go ahead and deposit $100, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. You don't have to deposit $100, but if you up to $100, they will match your first deposit. But that's it. If you want to go ahead and sign up for Prize Picks, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. So we are at the trade deadline as we are 25 and 26. You guys already know what's about to happen. We're going to blow it up. I mean, we're mediocre. We're just mid. So I don't really see the point of continuing this train. I guess we could hang our hat on. Maybe once Lonzo Ball comes back, this team will do better. But with DeMar DeRozan probably going to regress in the offseason, I think we're just kind of delaying the inevitable at this point. So more than likely, we should just blow it up. So I will start with a DeMar DeRozan trade. I kind of have an idea already on what I want to do with him. So let's just get straight to it. So he is actually having a really good season with 27 points per game. So still really, really good, which is why I think we can get decent value for him. So we're going to throw DeMar DeRozan at a certain team that I could see trading for a guy like DeMar DeRozan. So we're going to have to include like Julian Phillips. I built out this trade a second ago, but I'm going to rebuild it here with you guys. So it's with the Clippers. The Clippers, they may never get James Harden. Maybe they do. Who knows? But I'm going to see if I can get Marcus Morris. Let's say it's like, I don't know. I just need expiring salary in this trade, like Nick Batum, whatever it may be. And then obviously I would love Bones Allen as a throw-in, but I don't know if they do it. So let's say it's this swap and then this 2028 pick. So something like this. So DeRozan for Bones Allen and 2 future firsts. What do you say? They're going to not agree to it right away, which is fine. I honestly think DeMar DeRozan helps them out big time. So maybe it's not Bones Allen. Maybe that's too rich for them. Let's say it's Brandon Boston as a throw-in. You may never use him anyway. They agree. So we get Brandon Boston. I would have loved Bones Allen, but Brandon Boston is still a really nice get as well as someone who can, you know, maybe get some opportunity here. Never's really been able to do anything with the Clippers. Obviously kind of buried in that rotation. 6'6". So we'll see if we can never do anything with him. We may never do anything with him, but getting 2 firsts for DeRozan still feels great. I understand if you're a Bulls fan out there sitting there saying I should have got more for DeRozan. I don't really know what DeRozan's trade value really is. So I hope you agree with that trade, but if you don't, I get it. So next, I mean, we don't have to rush a LaVine trade because technically he's got 3 years left. So does Vucevic. But DeMar DeRozan only had 1 year left, which is why I wanted to trade him. But I'm also probably going to trade Caruso here because I think he could get you at least like a protected first or like a bunch of seconds, if not a first-round pick. I want to see if I can talk to the Thunder about giving them Caruso for, I don't know how to say his name, but his last name I assume is Mitchett. He's 30 years old. I could see the Thunder maybe using one of those picks to get a guy like Caruso to help them on a playoff run potentially. So let's see what they say to that. They want a 2028 protected from the Clippers I just got. I'm going to say no. Sam Presti, don't you have enough picks, man? I don't get it. So let's say maybe it's a far out pick in 2028. They still want like a pick swap. So the Thunder are going to ask for a little too much in my opinion. Maybe we talk to, let's say we take PJ Tucker off the 76ers hands and you give me like one of your, I'll take a 2024 first for Caruso. They agree. So we get a first round pick for Caruso. That's all I really wanted. And 76ers get themselves a guard that can help them in their run. So is there anybody else we want to rush here? Do we want to trade LaVine at the deadline? I'll probably wait till the offseason for him. I'll probably keep Vucevic and LaVine for at least the rest of the season. I think I'll trade them both in the offseason. That way I can get as much as possible for like LaVine and then Vucevic. But I still feel pretty good about the trades we made. We get 3 first-round picks. Also get Brandon Boston, who, again, I don't know if he'll ever do anything for us, but I'm going to put him in the rotation because we're not going to be very good for the rest of the season. I can see LaVine and Vucevic still doing work, obviously. Patrick Williams, what's he doing? Averaging 14 points per game and 39% shooting from 3. So not too bad from him. Other than that, I will see you guys at the end of year 1 with how the rest of the season goes. So I'm pretty mad at the Eastern Conference because despite kind of selling a little bit at the trade deadline, we still found a way to get an 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. We went 37-45, so the East was just terrible. I mean, outside of the 7th seed, we got, yeah, it was just bad. A bad all-around conference at the end of, you know, things here. So I wanted no part of the play-in, but here we are anyway. So we had LaVine with 28. Probably if I traded like LaVine, that could have changed. That's maybe my fault, but regardless, as I almost choke for whatever reason, let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Atlanta Hawks to get in. I don't really want to be in, so I'm fine with just getting eliminated here, but of course we're going to make the playoffs. So yeah, I had no aspirations of making it, but here we are. So let's go ahead to make our round. We should get swept, I imagine, and we do. So yeah, I wanted no business in the playoffs, but unfortunately we made it. So we do get the Blazers pick this offseason, though, because they actually made the playoffs, so that pick is going to convey, which is nice. So we got the Clippers going on and win the championship after we gave them DeMar DeRozan, so shout out to them. Player retirements, LeBron James going to retire a Laker. I'll override that one time. But we should have a couple mid-round picks, I believe, like middle of the first round picks. We should have like 15 and, I don't know. Yeah, 15 and 16 literally back-to-back, and 29 from Philly. So we have 3 first-round picks in this draft. I mean, obviously, I would love to move up if possible, but I don't think I will. I think adding 3 rookies to this team, it could actually go a long way, so I'm cool with it. So as far as staff signing is concerned, Billy Donovan, I mean, we could fire him, but it's fine. I'll hire a new head coach next offseason because we're still going through a little bit of a different phase here. I don't think there's like that great of an option here anyway. Maybe there is, and I'm just sleeping on someone. You got James Gentry. I mean, those are head scouts. So yeah, we'll probably just keep Billy Donovan. But I'm going to go ahead and fill out this coaching staff, and I will see you guys on draft night. Maybe with the Levine trade, maybe we can find a way to get a lottery pick for Levine on draft night, because that's still definitely in our way if we still want to go ahead and trade Levine, which I think I do, obviously. So we're on draft night, and I'm talking to a team that I find kind of interesting to talk to. The Pacers. They're not a team I usually trade with whatsoever. When I trade Levine, I'm usually thinking about, like, the Knicks, who have been in talks with him in the past. But to change it up, and obviously the Knicks have a bunch of, like, expiring free agents right now. Like, the main thing I'd want from the Knicks right now would be, like, Emmanuel Quickley as our point guard of the future. But getting our power forward of the future and Jarris Walker wouldn't be a bad one at all. But I can see the Pacers maybe thinking Halliburton is so good that we should get help right now and just go for it. So maybe they think Levine is someone they could put next to Mathurin and also Halliburton and make it work. It's definitely not something I see happening, but it's like a fun little, you know, different thing to do in my opinion. So I'm going to see if I can get 6 out of them as well. So it's Levine for Nembhard, Walker, Ben Shepherd, and a first round pick, which is the 6th overall selection. They disagree to that. That's fine. I would actually be fine with swapping them one of our first rounders to get 6. They don't agree to that either. I'll give you 15 maybe. They're not going to agree to that. Okay, so far they're saying no. I'll throw in Javon Carter. I don't know if that changes anything at all. It does not. I will also throw in, is there anybody else I can throw in here? PJ Tucker looks like he retired. I'll try to keep Kobe White out of things. Ayo Dosunmu, I'd be fine with throwing in maybe. But I would, you know, we're getting the 6th overall pick. Let's see if I get 30 if I'm getting Ayo Dosunmu in this trade for them. They disagree. All right, let's try it without 30. They're going to say no. So far, they are not budging. I'll give my 29th pick in this draft. They're not going to agree. So, yeah, unfortunately, they're going to say no to this. So, I thought the Pacers would be like a fun little different idea. Maybe we take out Ben Shepherd. Like, Ben Shepherd isn't like, I'm not throwing all this in here, though, if we're doing that. So, let's say we do this. Nembhard, Jarris Walker, the 6th overall pick. 6th overall might be a deal breaker for them. So, maybe we can't get 6th overall. Let's throw Ben Shepherd back in this trade. Let's say, I mean, Isaiah Jackson actually might be a better addition. Let's say we get 30 and like a future first and from 2028. What do you say? They're still not going to agree to that. Javon Carter's a throw in. I'll take out Isaiah Jackson. They say no. So Pacers do not want any part of Levine. I'll go try something different. We're going to be talking to the Heat about Levine. Let's see if they'd want Levine for Tyler Hero, Robinson, and 2 firsts. I doubt they say yes to this because, you know, Hero actually has some good value. But I would not mind Hero being a backcourt mate to Lonzo Ball next year and seeing what they say to that. They want Kobe White. I would assume they'll throw me Orlando Robinson. I think we do this trade. I wanted to trade Levine to the Pacers, but I can see the Miami Heat, you know, getting sick of missing out on every star who becomes available. Maybe they see Levine as someone who could, you know, help out Jimmy Butler. I definitely think he could. If they think Levine is better than Tyler Hero, I mean, you can make the argument that, I mean, in 2K, it may not be that close, or, you know, it may not be that far. But in real life, I mean, I think Levine's better, but there's probably some people out there that don't think that way. So I'm going to do this trade. It's not the best trade in the world, but getting Hero as a centerpiece who's a stud in 2K, I don't mind it. We get Hero and Lonzo Ball as our backcourt next year. We're not going to be like the worst team in the league either. So I guess we're technically not going like on a full-on rebuild. It's kind of similar to the Portland Trailblazers where they got some guys that can help them win now. But obviously we have some young guys we're excited about. So next guy, last but certainly not least, would be Nikola Vucevic. That Zach LaVine trade took a while, but we're going to go ahead and move on to Vucevic now. Man, do I love the idea of getting Jordan Hawkins to throw in from the Pelicans. That literally kind of intrigues me a lot. I'll say that. Getting Jordan Hawkins is a guy who could be the backup to Lonzo Ball in the future, maybe even be the starter. I don't know how much he progresses in 2K. I don't think it's all that great. But I'm fine with taking a chance on him. It's not someone I get all that often. I would love if I can get like another first in the future from them in this trade. I don't know if they would say yes to that. They want a 2024 Portland pick and a 2024 Miami pick. And we get 2 future firsts, 2026, 2027. And we have plenty of picks in this draft, but that is a mid-round pick, so I don't want to do that. I think we just stick with maybe like 1. What about that? What do you say? They're still going to say like that. Okay, so we'll just go back to the original trade. I think getting Hawkins is great, and Larry Nance is still a really nice trade. So Hawkins, welcome to Chicago. So now we've fully blown it up. Everyone is gone that I wanted to trade away. And now we have a kind of interesting roster. Really do. But now we have how many picks in this draft? We are going to have, I'm pretty sure 4, if I'm not mistaken. So we have, yeah, 15, 16, 23, and 29. We're going to be adding 4 rookies to the squad. So let's see how this is going to go. So at 15, I have no idea what's going to fall to us, but we should be able to get somebody decent. So Ademara, Alex Starr go 1 and 2. Let's see. Do we get lucky and have someone really good fall to us back to back? 15 and 16. We have Donovan Clingan, which actually might have to be our first pick 100%. So, we have DJ Wagner also as an option. Yeah, I think it's Donovan Clingan and DJ Wagner as our picks. So we're going to have Donovan Clingan, and then do we take Isaiah? Or do we take, do we just not overthink it? We got Bona as well. But I think I have to take DJ Wagner. Obviously, we're not getting, Isaiah Collier. That would have been cool. But getting Wagner at 16, I think is a steal. So we're going to do that trade, or that pick, and we have a couple more picks here. So, Riley Kulig, we have Melvin Ajinsa, Mikey Williams. We have Trayvon. We're going to take Trevin here, however you say his name, out of Arkansas. And then we'll take, what's our last pick going to be? We have Caleb Foster. We have Trent Flowers. I'm going to take Trent Flowers here at 19. So, USA, welcome to the team. And let's see how we did overall-wise. So, at 15 and 16, we walk away with a 76 and a 75. Not too bad at all for this rebuild. And then 23, we get a 72 overall. Not bad at all. And then at 30, or was it 29? At 70 overall. We could have taken Dylan Mitchell. But I still feel really good about our draft. Really solid draft. Player options, Lonzo Ball accepts, of course, with him being injured. Makes sense. Terry Taylor, I'm going to decline. And then Dalen Terry. Then PJ Tucker actually wasn't a free agent. He actually accepts his player option. Or didn't retire, I should say. Patrick Williams, Brandon Boston. 2 guys I definitely have interest in bringing back for this team. And then we have money to go sign like a big free agent, but I'm not going to do that. I want a full-on youth movement here in a way. Maybe not a full-on youth movement. We do have some veterans who are going to help. Like Hero is going to be really good. I'm not saying we're going to keep Hero throughout the video, but I think we could flip him later on for something good if needed. But PJ Tucker, on the other hand, I still think a contender could want him. So if I can get like a second rounder, like Lakers giving Maxwell, that's a good trade. So we're going to do that. Maxwell Lewis in a second round pick. We'll do that all day. Javon Carter, another guy that I don't plan on, giving minutes to this year. So we're going to trade him as well. I want my 3 guards that I have to play. I don't think Lonzo Ball would have any value at the moment. So I don't think it makes any sense to trade Lonzo at this moment. We may trade him in the future. A first round pick for Javon Carter does not make a ton of sense to me. Sid Sissoko, I don't know why the Spurs would be. I'll do the Dean Wade trade in a second round pick. We'll do that. So we'll have that. Guard rotation looks as followed. Obviously, we're going to need a backup 2 unless we move Hawkins over there, which we could do. I don't know if he'd go up in overall if we do that. Robinson right now would be our starting 3, but that's without Patrick Williams coming back. And we don't really have a starting 4 at the moment. We do have a starting 5. So definitely still some, positions to figure out. But main thing is Patrick Williams, no-brainer. We are going to re-sign him. And Brandon Boston, who's 6'6", so technically we could play him at the 3 if we wanted to. We may do it. I don't care. I mean, there's no point not to. We don't really have anybody better there. So Brandon Boston, I'm going to give a pretty cheap contract to as well. So we'll give him an offer. So it's going to be Patrick Williams, Brandon Boston. I'm not going to worry about the rest of these guys. The team's going to suck next year. We're going to be really, really bad. And that's to be expected. I'm pretty sure our pick is like top 10 protected for the Spurs in 2025, if I'm not mistaken. It is, in fact, top 10 protected. So obviously, if we can keep that pick and maybe get Cooper Flag, I mean, that's what you want. So let's go to player progression. And let's see how things look after player progression and see how this is going to go. So Lewis is back. So we're going to have Hero up to an 87, Lonzo up to an 83, fully healthy, Williams up to an 80, Dalen Terry up to a 75, Hawkins up to a 72, Brandon Boston up to a 74. So let's start changing positions here. So Hawkins goes up at shooting guard, so that's great. Brandon Boston goes up at small forward, so both of them are going to move those positions. So we'll have Hawkins be our backup 2. We'll have Brandon Boston and Dalen Terry and Doug Robinson fight over that 3 spot. It'll be Williams and Trevin here, and it'll be Larry Nance, Donovan Clingan. So, yeah, pretty unorthodox team for the most part. We're probably not going to be very good, obviously, which is totally fine. But I could see Hero giving us like a few wins more than we want. And then Lonzo, of course, isn't bad either. We can still sell them both at the deadline. We have a bunch of options here. Like, there's no set direction yet, which is a good thing, I think, in my opinion, because we are going to figure it out as things go along. So, we do have to cut 1 player, so let's see who that's going to be. That is going to be Justin Lewis, who came back. So we'll cut him, and then we can go in the season. So, Power King is going to let us at 30th, which is beautiful. I wanted to be really bad. So, this is your rotation. So, it's Lonzo Ball, Tyler Hero, Dalen Terry as your starting 3, Patrick Williams, Larry Nance, Doug Robinson, Donovan Clingan, Jordan Hawkins, Brandon Boston, and then DJ Wagner is going to be... I mean, we could play him in the G League, though. That may not be the worst thing to do, is play DJ Wagner in the G League. We could throw Trev in there and DJ Wagner in the G League. I think we do it. I mean, we want DJ Wagner maybe to be as good as possible. So let's play him in the G League this year, and we're going to also do the same thing with Trevin. We're going to have both of them hopefully be really good next year. Power ranking is going to land, or sorry, proficiency is at balance 3.5. And then one thing I want to do as well is I want to bang up Wagner and also Traven shot tendency like crazy in the G League. I want him to develop as much as physically possible. So I'm going to do that. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. If I stop at the deadline to trade Lonzo or whatever for any reason, I'll show you. But we'll see. We'll just kind of feel it out. So as crazy as this might be, instead of trading Lonzo Ball away, we are actually going to build with him. I'm going to extend him and keep him for the foreseeable future. I think I'm going to roll with this Hero Lonzo Ball backcourt for the future. I think I can give him like a pretty cheap contract as well, where I think you'd accept that. He declines that. Okay, so we're going to have to up it just a little bit. So I do want to try to get him like 18.5. Let's say it's flat rate. Let's see what he says to that. And he agrees. So we get him for $18 million. That is a steal. Obviously, it is an injury risk, but he's playing well this year. And this is only 2K, so he's back and healthy, which is great. So right now he's averaging 14.5, 7 assists. Obviously, probably playing good defense as well. So yeah, we are going to commit to this Hero Lonzo Ball backcourt. Maybe we should just bottom out and go that route. But the reason why we're doing what we're doing is because we're 28-31. We are, once again, a play-in team. That may not be the best direction to go in, but Patrick Williams is having himself a season, averaging 21 points per game on 44% shooting from 3. So we might have ourselves a legit star here in Patrick Williams alongside Hero and Lonzo Ball. So we really like what we got going on here. Obviously, we're going to need more than just what we have currently, but we do have some assets now. We might have a good bench in the future. We might be a contending team next year, literally. If we hit on free agency correctly, I don't know if we're going to have cap space. We may have cap space. I'm not sure about that. I could be totally wrong, but I mean, like, I guess, well, we're not going to cap. Well, Robinson's contract, there's a chance. There is a chance. I could dump Dean Wade and maybe free up a little bit more money. There's a chance we can get somebody. I don't know if it'd be anybody crazy, but we'll see. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. We might be a playing team again. So at the end of year 1, Donovan Clingan makes an all-rookie first team, which is a really good sign for the future. Obviously, like, DJ Wagner got sent down to the G League, so he's not going to be on here, but I'm excited about him as well. I mean, we could trade him potentially. I guess we'll kind of see what we do in the offseason, but player stats wise, 21 or 25 from Tyler Hero up top. Patrick Williams with 21.5. That is such a great sign. I know I boosted his shot tendency up, but we gave him a bag and he kind of showed out. 21 points, we'll take that. Lonzo Ball with 15, 11.5 from Dalen Terry. Not a bad season at all. And Jordan Hawkins with 10 points, and he shot 37% from 3, known as a shooter from college, so love to see that. Clingan, not a bad rookie year at all. Could be our bench center next year. And then 9 from Brandon Boston, 9 from Robinson, and then 7 from Larry Nance. So let's see if we can get in the playoffs again. We got in there last year, so we are going to get eliminated in the second leg of the plan by the 76ers. I'm not too upset with that. I'm not upset with that by any means. But let's see. Portland might make it all the way. Just kidding. They lost the Warriors in round 2. Cleveland Warriors. We've seen this movie plenty of times, and the Warriors go on to win the championship. So shout out to the Warriors. Stephen Curry wins finals MVP. Retirements, LeBron James is going to retire a Piston of all teams. As far as lottery's concerned, I don't know if I have a lottery pick from one of those trades I made, and we do. Oklahoma City. Wow, what pick was that? I have no idea, but that could be... Bro, I will tell you, my lottery luck has been pretty insane when I click just skip lottery. For some reason, I always find a way to jump up to 1. I don't know why, but it's been happening. It doesn't happen this time. I was about to say, man. But we are going to... Do we even get a pick here? We get 15. It looks like that Thunder pick might have been protected, maybe? Because it got to 1. Wait a minute. I may have been onto something. I might have gotten number 1 again, but obviously it was protected. Unless I'm going crazy. I mean, that's possible. But we got 15 from the Clippers. So that's not too bad. But other than that, let's get straight into staff signings. So, Bill Donovan. I could keep him around, but we can get like Jason Kidd, Wes Unseld, which those names aren't that much better, don't get me wrong. But I do see like, you know, Frank Vogel, who I do like getting Frank Vogel because he's got so many badges. Stoffer, of course, can go for as well. But I'm going to go for Frank Vogel. Get a Frank Vogel to be our head coach. Also known as Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers, or it used to be anyway. But let's go ahead and get a big man coach here as well. And then we should be ready to roll. So do we want to do anything at 15? Do we want to make a trade? Do we want to like just go for it at this point? I mean, we just made the plan. Didn't get far, but we got a bunch of picks now. We don't have like much salaries to throw together at the moment. Like I'm going to keep Patrick Williams. Robinson, I could hypothetically keep it and then trade it for something. Guess we could do that if that's the route we want to go in. I don't know if there's anybody out there that I want. I'm just going to jump in and draft at 15 at the moment. So let's see if we can get at 15. Number 15, Bailey Fall, who I believe is Bay Fall in real life. We have Connie Carr. I don't know much about these guys at all, but his ranking is pretty insane. He's only 20 years old. I mean, don't know much about him. CJ McCollum starter, bench. So he's an all-star. CJ McCollum made an all-star team, I guess. Ian Jackson. Could just take him as well. I'll go Connie Carr because I think I've taken Ian Jackson before. So Connie Carr, welcome to the Bulls. I have no idea how good you are, but you are going to be 73 overall. That's not terrible. It could be, you know, worse. Robinson, I'm like debating if I want to accept or decline this. I mean, I just don't know if I decline Robinson if we have money in free agency. I don't think we're going to. So I think we're better off just accepting this and making a trade. I think that's what we're going to do. So qualifying offers, Orlando Robinson. We're not going to extend it because, I mean, it looks like we would have had cap space. I probably should have declined it. Damn, that sucks. I missed out maybe. I mean, is there anybody here that I'm like fully missing out on? Like, I guess I could have went after Tatum or something. Is there anybody else? Yeah, I may have fumbled that. I mean, I could technically dump Robinson still somehow, but I think we're better off just making a trade. So we're going to scan around the league because I think we're making a trade here, boys. We're going to go for something here. Not going to lie to you. The name I like the most here is Mikal Bridges. I mean, he would fill a huge need at that small forward spot. Obviously, is kind of a star as well since he's been in Brooklyn. We'll see if that holds up going into this season, but great defender. Having him aside Lonzo and Patrick Williams would make our defensive lineup really damn good. We do need another 5, though, in this building. But Mikal Bridges would be excellent. I mean, I don't know if I could finesse Claxton and Mikal in the same trade. That'd be pretty insane. That would be wild. I don't know if I'd be able to do that, but yeah, that's $50 million. I mean, I would love to. I mean, I'll try. I'll give it a shot. I mean, if we gave up our full arsenal of what we have for these guys, I doubt we can make this happen. But a man's going to try. So Dean Wade has to be in there for salary fill. We need $17 more million in here. So let's say we threw Dalen Terry at them, and then I'm okay with throwing Klingon in here if we're, yeah, so let's do this. So let's say it's Duncan Robinson, Dean Wade, Dalen Terry, Donovan Klingon, and then my first round, I'm going to see if any of these picks are valuable. My first isn't too crazy. 2027, does Heat pick have any value? I mean, my pick had more value. Does the Clippers pick have value? No. Okay. Is this too crazy? It might be too crazy. I don't know. I think getting Mikal Bridges is fine, but getting Claxton in the same trade sounds wild, so I'm not going to do it. I think that's a little wild. So let's just go back to getting Mikal Bridges. At this point, he's an expiring contract. So I think getting two first-round picks from Mikal Bridges should be enough. They disagree with that, though. Okay, I'm fine with throwing like a young wing who I just got Trevin from the G League. Or, yeah, from, send him down to the G League. I'll throw Trent Flowers in here as well. Dude, were you going to make me throw my full art? I mean, this is what it would cost, I think. This might be too crazy. This is crazy. They say no to that still. Mikal Bridges, at this point, maybe not gettable. I'm not throwing anybody. I mean, I'll throw Dalen Terry in there. Like, I'm fine with that. They're going to disagree. They do not want to trade Mikal Bridges, which is wild. But I guess we're not getting Mikal. So the Lakers were really bad last season, and they are rebuilding. This is kind of a terrible package, but we bring the Chicago kid home in Anthony Davis. I mean, at this point, LeBron James is retired. I can see a world where the Lakers are fine with giving up Anthony Davis. If I could throw more picks in here, I would. I doubt they say yes to this. Yeah, they're going to say no to that. That makes a ton of sense. I just don't think this was enough. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they say no to that, but Anthony Davis, worth a shot. Okay, last guy I'm going for here is Jarrett Allen. If I can't get Mikal, I can't get Anthony Davis. Can I get Robinson, this first-round pick for Jarrett Allen? What do you say? They think they're a contender, so most likely they're going to keep saying no to my offers, but we'll keep throwing something at them if they say yes or not. Unprotected 2027 pick. I'll throw a couple seconds in here. Does that change your mind at all? 3 first seems a little too crazy. Contenders, they're not going to do this, right? Oh, they agree. Okay, we trade Brandon Boston. We get Jarrett Allen. So Jarrett Allen is our brand new center. We're going for it, basically. After that, Lonzo and Jarrett Allen, power hero. It kind of matches up a full timeline. So, yeah, that's our way of going for it. We may have given up a lot. I tried for Mikal. I tried for Anthony Davis. Neither one of them worked out. But, you know what? It's fine. We got Anthony Davis, and I'll take it. So, Jarrett Allen. We did not get Anthony Davis. I wanted him, but I didn't. So, now we have Lonzo and DJ Reiner, which is going to be a really good guard rotation. We have Hawkins Hero, which is going to be a good guard rotation as well. Dalen Terry, we have Patrick Williams, Dean Wade. We have Jarrett Allen, Donovan Klingon. So we're kind of hoping some of our young guys to step up. We definitely need a better small forward. I mean, I wouldn't mind Dalen Terry as my bench small forward, but not as my starter. So let's even get a good small forward. We have Jaden McDaniels. We have enough money to sign like a Jaden McDaniels or a Coro or whatever we want. So Trey Murphy, love him as well, but he just doesn't go up. I mean, is he unrestricted or is he restricted still? Obviously, Tatum would be beautiful, but we don't have enough money for that. So, McDaniels, for whatever reason, is unrestricted. I mean, Who's going to stop me from getting him? Nobody. I'm offering on it. I'm getting Jamie Daniels. I think I got him in the 76ers video as well, but he's the perfect prototype to what we need at the moment. So McDaniels, welcome to Chicago. The defense, I mean, I wanted Mikal. We can get his brother as well if we want to. That might not be the worst idea in the world. We have Dalen Terry. I mean, power forward probably. McDaniels 6'9". We got Jenkins, Royce O'Neal. I'm going McDaniels. Let's get his brother as well. Why not? So we get both of them in Chicago. So I'll take it. And then that will be our offseason. So we tried for Mikal, tried for AD, strike out on both, but we get Jarrett Allen, which isn't a bad prize by any means. This is our way of going for it. I mean, we didn't bottom out completely. I think Lonzo and Hero kind of kept us afloat, so which is why I was comfortable going this route. And Patrick Williams making a big jump also helped out a lot as well. But I'm curious to see what player progression is going to do for us. As we're going to have Wagner up to a 79 and Dalen Terry up to a 78, Klingon up, and then Hawkins is up. So that's a really good sign. But Daniels, Patrick Williams is our 3-and-D starters, which is fantastic with Lonzo, Jarrett Allen, and Tyler Hero. I mean, the defense around Hero, pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. So Hero can just go out there and score the ball however he wants, basically. And then I traded Brazil to the Cavs. I'm curious to see how much he went up after I, went up to 75. So yeah, he developed like crazy as well. So we definitely gave up quite a bit in order to get Jarrett Allen. But we were going for it, man. We were going for it, which is why we did what we did. So, I mean, we probably didn't have to rush the process that much. We could have been patient, but I loved what Lonzo and Hero is as a backcourt. I wanted to take advantage of it. I think 2K loves both of them. I think we could do something this year. Now, Power King is only going to land at 26th overall, so they're not very high on us at the moment, but they're going to change their minds quickly. They will. Jordan Hawkins can keep getting better. Shot tendencies, I know Heroes is kind of low. I'm going to push that up even more. And then I know DJ Wagner's is really high because obviously the G League thing. I'm going to push that down quite a bit. Patrick Williams can still be like an 87. But I will see you guys at the end of year 3. Power Rankings not letting us, maybe it's because our system is messed up. I don't know if that would change things. I mean, it doesn't move at all. I mean, defense, I'm surprised can't be like a 5-star. I mean, maybe not 5-star, but like 4-star with our starting 5. I mean, it's a pretty good defensive system. So, but we're going to go balanced here everywhere. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3, hoping that 2K gives us the benefit of the doubt and we do good in the simulation. So at the end of year 3, Luka wins MVP, Harper Rookie of the Year, Chris Paul, Mobley, Grady Dick, and then Julius Randle Clutch Player, Rick Carlisle Coach of the Year, Daniel Wells Executive. So one funny thing that I thought about in this rebuild, by the way, it's just kind of funny to think about that we really made Tyler Hero. We built around Tyler Hero, basically. Tyler Hero is the best player on our team. And I don't know if I could sit here and comfortably say that Tyler Hero would be could be the best player on a contending championship team. That sounds kind of insane. But in 2K, we all know he's a different animal. I mean, he only averaged 23 this season, but Patrick Williams with 21 once again, so super consistent. Wagner with 16 off the bench, 15 and 12 from Jarrett Allen, and then 12 and 7 from Lonzo Ball. So all around, really good. I mean, obviously it's a solid team. I mean, if this was a team in real life, I don't know if they're like a contender. I mean, they're a fun team. But yeah, it's kind of wild to think about maybe Hero being the #1 option on a championship team. I don't know if that could ever be the case. Maybe he thinks it could be. But regardless, we play the Knicks in round 1. So, Miles McBride, DiVincenzo, RJ Randall, Mitch Robinson quickly. I mean, I would like to think since they don't have Brunson that this is a wrap and we should beat them. But you never know. So many Kurt Round. I mean, Randall's averaged 30 points per game, so anything's possible. But we sweep them. So we take care of them. And now we get to play the Hornets, which Jarrett Allen is fully healthy, so we're good there. And I love our depth. Dalen Terry's actually going to start over McDaniels for whatever reason. I guess he's on fire. But now we get the Charlotte Hornets. So LaMelo versus his brother. So Lonzo versus LaMelo. They have Brandon Miller who's up to an 87. They have Bruce Brown, Nick Richards, Kevon Looney. It's a solid team. Solid team in Charlotte. Mark Williams looks like he's hurt at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Unless he's just like that bad. Is he that? All right, I was about to say. Okay, he is out 4 to 6 weeks with a torn left Achilles. So we should be good. Somebody current round. 2-1. 3-1. Do we beat them in 5? Jarrett Allen hurt again. We beat them in 5. We're in these conference finals. Do we play the Magic or the Raptors? We get the Raptors. Okay, so they're the 4th seed. They upset the Pacers. So Toronto just had Grady Dick have a good season. But other than that, they have Dinwiddie, Grady Dick, OG Siakam. Do they not have Scotty Barnes anymore? Like, is he just gone? Oh, he's hurt too. Wow. We may have run into some luck here with some injuries. I'm going to say that. He is out for the season. Christian Coloco's day-to-day. So we don't have to deal with Scotty Barnes. I mean, we have to take advantage of that, right? OG only averaging 13 points in the playoffs. Siakam, 22. I mean, we should take advantage of that. We should anyway, but, you never know. Somebody current round against the Raptors. We should take care of them, I would imagine. And we are going to go up 2-0. And we beat them in 5. So we're in the NBA Finals. NBA Finals just like that. We got Jarrett Allen winning Conference Finals MVP, averaging 16, 15 in a block, and then Jalen Green, Western Conference Finals MVP. Obviously, last regular rebuild, I would love nothing more to end off with a championship right here. So we got Jalen Green, Amin Thompson as a backcourt. Actually like that a lot. Although I would have that backwards, but regardless. Ace Bailey, Jabari Smith, if I can speak. Jalen Duren, Tari Eason. Jalen Duren's a great get. Do they have any injuries? Shingun's no longer on this team, I've noticed. And looks like they're pretty healthy for the most part. So could be a tough series. I can see this going either way. Game 1, they're up 1-0. They beat us by 3, so that was a close one. They take 2 games at home. Do not go down 3-0, please. We do go down 3-0. Of course we do. Okay. Let's see him come back from 3-0. Maybe to make this fun here at the very end. Close game here relatively. Got to take care of business here 1 game at a time. And we are going to win game 4. So we're not done yet. We won 1 game at home. Patrick Williams fully back. Let's see if we can win game 5. He's fully healthy now. All right. Game 5. And then maybe push them to a game 6. Anything is possible like Kevin Garnett once said. Let's see if we can win this game 5. Close game. Take care of business. Okay, we have the lead with 7 points. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it going. It looks like as long as we don't blow it, we should be... Oh, bro. I do not like how close they're getting. Oh, we're going to blow it at the end, aren't we? We're going to blow it at the end. Nope, we keep it. Okay. We go to a game 6 at home now. So all we got to do is win a game 6, and we're going to get blown out. Looks like. Unless we get back alive in this game. Wake up. Wake up. Down 10. It's not possible. It's not impossible to come back. We're having a really good third quarter so far. Keep it up. Keep this going. Cut that lead. Cut that lead. Okay. We're going to go down. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. We're probably screwed. We're down 14 going to the fourth quarter. Okay. They start off with a 3. We got to wake up here soon if we're going to wake up anytime. Yeah, it's not looking good for us, boys. Yeah, so we made it interesting there for a second, but unfortunately, unless we just go on a crazy run here, it looks like we lost, which sucks, man. I thought we could win a championship, but we lose to the Rockets in 6 games, so that sucks. We'll go 1 more season on this. I think this is a good enough team that we can give it 1 more year. So Rockets going to win the championship. They beat us in 6, but I think if we go 1 more season on this, we should be golden. So we might even have a lottery pick from somebody. I don't know. We might. Let's see. No, so no lottery picks to worry about. We might have like a first round pick, but at this point, adding a rookie to this team is not going to help anything. So let's just go straight to player options. I know we're going to have to re-sign Jarrett Allen, I believe. I don't know if there's anybody else after that. I think everyone else is locked up. Hawkins we're going to accept, and then qualifying offers. Dalen Terry, I want to bring him back, so he's definitely someone. And Jarrett Allen is the main piece to the puzzle. So Jarrett Allen and Dalen Terry, we're going to assign both of them. We should be golden. So that should be our offseason. Shouldn't have to overthink it. And then Hawkins and everyone else should just go up like crazy, I imagine. So let's see if that is the case. I should probably sign a free agent for depth, right? So, I mean, Carr might even go up. And we guess we do have some good depth. I'll sign a power forward just in case. Give me Jordan Nwora for depth if we need him. So we'll go for him if we have another injury or injuries anyway. Player progression. Let's see how much Wagner goes up. Expecting a big jump here. Maybe not. He's up to an 83, so that's huge. 82 from Williams, 79, 77, 77. So nothing too crazy. Flowers and Carr up as well. I'm going to simulate 1 more year. And we'll see if this is our year to go win a championship. Got to the finals last year, fell short. Let's see if we can do it this year. Final season here as we get the 2nd seed in the East again. I actually have no idea if we have any injuries here. McDaniels is hurt, so that's big time. He's out 1 to 2 weeks with a broken left, kneecap? Yeah, broken left kneecap, so that's terrible. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know how you come back 1 to 2 weeks from that, but, it's 2K. Regardless, without McDaniels stuff, Dalen Terry can step up. Still have, Jordan Nwora, Carr, who can step in the rotation if need to. We have his brother as well. So let's see if we can go on another run here. We get the Brooklyn Nets in round 1. They're going to have Mikal still say they re-signed him. Harper is their point guard. They don't have Claxton, or is he hurt at the moment? Is Claxton hurt? He has to be. He is hurt. He's an 80 overall. How bad is he hurt? Is he out for 2 weeks or something? He's out for the season. So we just once again run into some extremely good luck. So let's see if we can beat the Nets, and we are going to beat them in 6. So pretty close series. We get out without an injury, and it looks like Jamie Daniels is back, so that's huge as well. So now we get the Cavs in round 2. Lonzo Ball is going to start now. So we have Garland, Mitchell, Winslow. They don't have Jarrett Allen. Or, yeah, we got you. Of course, they don't have Jarrett Allen. I traded for him. I'm such an idiot. Regardless, to make our round against them, we beat them in 7. That was close. Now we get the Raptors. We took care of them last year. They did have Barnes hurt, so that could change some things. They have James Wiseman now and Jeremy Sohan, so that's pretty interesting. And we'll see how this goes. I mean, obviously, here goes nothing. Something current round, and we are going to sweep them. So now we get The Blazers. So Scoot Henderson and the Portland Trail Blazers. We don't have to deal with the Rockets this time, but they have Scoot, Simon Sharp, Kobe Brown, Robert Williams, I mean, it's a good team in Portland, so this could go either way. Game 1, they're up 1-0. Game 2, it's not looking good, boys. We're gonna lose in 6. So the Blazers have our number. So we're not winning a championship with the Chicago Bulls. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Tyler Hero is a, well, as I said earlier, ‑1 on a championship team. So that's probably my fault. But it was still a solid team that we built. So I'm not too upset. It's all good. We lose, make it to back-to-back finals, and we lose. It's all good. You can't win them all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. Tomorrow we're moving on to something else. I'm not sure what that something else is, but I will get it figured out. I'm sure we're going to get into some creative ideas now. So I'll see you on the next video. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.